to duck in and out of the room to adjust
Yep.
flags or ship change, something.
Oh.
Hey, look, Akizuki.
And
I'm shocked.
And that's gone for the whole series.
NGAGE bans Akizuki. That's not shocking in the least to anybody who's been watching today. So now you have basically. So now it gets interesting. What did it? I'm trying to remember what NGAGE ran that we found interesting. They took Vanguard and Roma.
Vanguard, Roma, and Terrible.
So MIA bans Edinburgh.
Okay.
And
Baltimore.
And Baltimore. All right. So then that just leaves NGAGE with their last ban. It's interesting that we've seen the day started off. Everybody banned the Russian battleships, but as the day has gone on, we've seen less of that. For the like,
I wonder if it's because they're bringing more destroyers.
it's possible. It is possible. We won't see Edinburgh in this match. We won't see Baltimore in this match. What will we see? What's our last ban, kids? Waiting on NGAGE to make a decision. Cossack. Cossack is our last ban of interesting. Okay. NGAGE banning some spammy pew-pew cruisers. Cossack does I think Cossack outspots everything in this tier. And it's one of the reasons that if you're going to play vision games, you want it off the board. And then, of course, MIA banning 2 radar cruisers.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what they
It's gonna be good.
what they're choosing once these bans have came through.
Absolutely. It's gonna be good. Alright, so they gotta get the team swapped around. We'll be momentarily on that. Who do you want to ride with? Oh, looks like you're with MIA.
I'm riding with who she tells me.
There we go. That's right. All right. So I'm riding with NGAGE today. That works for me. And you let them know. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, both teams getting onto the right sides of the map. We should be underway momentarily. Everybody's here. Got to get them readied up. Got to get us put on right sides of the teams.
Go.
Yep. They're just now to fix that. There we go. Get readied up. As we head to... Oh, don't forget to... yeah, I'll let them know.
What?
They've got to fix the map. They were sitting it on. They have it set for 2 brothers while they were the room was set waiting for MIA to finish and get in here. So
that would be
they've
great.
They've got to get the map fixed. So
like, oops, 2 brothers.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not doing that. Let's just save ourselves time and fix it now.
2 brothers. Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see what they bring out because we've seen both of these teams now and they've both been DD heavy.
Very. MIA's been running like they ran 2. We played them back to back very DD heavy games.
And NGAGE when we saw them ran 3.
Did they? What did they run? They ran a Kid, a Cossack, and I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, I think it was a Kid, a Cossack, and they were the ones that brought the Terrible.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
You're right. Okay.
Hey,
like I needed to hear that.
Hey,
Thank you.
Not me.
Like I needed to hear that. Anyhow, all right.
All right, so MIA is just switching out a player real quick.
Yep, got to switch one player out, and we'll be back. Ah, you called it. You called it already. Interesting to see. Interesting to see. All right. I'm also curious to see what NGAGE takes for their battleships.
Oh,
ooh, Brujo.
Brujo's in.
Brujo coming online. We haven't seen him today. How interesting. All right then. Now Brujo is traditionally one of their battleship players, as I recall. Is that right? Does he ring a bell? Or am I wrong?
I'm trying to think. I think Brujo was a DD player.
I honestly don't remember. I recognize the name though for sure.
But I'm interested to see here with the bans. You know, Trident is a map that is really impacted, I think, by your battleship choices.
Very much so,
because
we saw it in the game with BN and
and
BN and who was it that they played that we saw earlier? Was it
PSV?
It was PSV. You're right. It was BN and PSV. Very much so. But literally you see where the bans have gone, right? The bans have gone to the destroyers.
Yes.
So many of these teams at the top now are running these super heavy destroyer compositions. So it's let's remove as many of those options as we can. You know, we've been seeing a lot of Kid because it's just very resilient. Not because it has necessarily a tremendous amount of firepower, but has a reasonable amount of stealth and
has a heal.
And has a heal.
Yeah.
Right. You won't really get use out of the defensive fire, but it's there if you need it for get rid of a spotter plane or something. And its firepower is not terrible. We haven't seen. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember the detection range on a Lightning? Like Lightning is the other tier 8 destroyer. No, Lightning doesn't have a heal. You don't get a heal until Jutland in the British destroyer line. That's what it is.
And of course, we haven't seen. What is it? Is it Yugamo or Kagero? Kagero?
We haven't seen any Japanese destroyers other than Hirakazi.
Yep.
Because Akizuki's always been banned.
Yep.
Hirakazi has been played. Kagero is the other tier 8, and nobody's played it.
I mean, I think that's.
I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not saying it's a good choice or a bad choice. I'm saying nobody has. With Cossack off the board, Kagero is the king of spotting. Kagero is the least detectable destroyer in the tier.
But it's also, I think, the DD that you want to get least engaged in, right?
I would agree.
Because the minute you get jumped on it in a Kagero,
you're pretty much your game's over.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. All right, everybody's ready.
Yep.
This looks good. I think we're about ready to drop here.
I think we are ready, right?
Yes, let them know. We are definitely very ready. So, getting on to the finals. Guys, thanks for hanging with us today. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. The idea of a North American Invitational in this format is something that the admin staff has been trying to get off the ground for quite a while.
Yeah.
We finally found a format we like, and Wargaming, we let them in. We was like, hey guys, this is what we want to do, and they were super excited. We got tons of support from Kami, Fem, the rest of the North American community team here in Austin. So huge shout out to you guys. Thanks for all your help and support putting this on. The prizes, everything else, it's been fantastic. So thank you.
We enjoy it.
Outstanding.
We enjoy the tournaments.
All right, well, here we go. On to the grand finals here. This is now our first match today. It is best of 3 as we go into game 1 on Trident for a rematch of a game that MIA lost way back in the semifinals of the winners bracket.
So take a look at the MIA lineup.
Hey, have some Kievs. Would you like some Kievs with your Kievs?
I'd like a Kiev.
Holy Jesus.
What's missing?
There are no cruisers in that lineup, sir.
There are no cruisers in that lineup.
Well, NGAGE has opted for Vanguard. What? Lenin, Atago, Chapayev, Kutuzov, Kid, La Terrible, and Lo Yang.
And on MIA, we have Alabama, Amagi, and then a bunch of destroyers.
A whole bunch of destroyers.
3 Kievs, a Lo Yang, a Harakazi, and a
Le Fantas.
La Fantas.
Really, really curious to see what they're going to do with this. This is literally the first cruiser-less composition we've seen all day.
So, UK... Oh, looks like we're calling...
Are they going to... What? Hang on a minute. All right, they're going to call... Okay, so it looks like MIA is going to call a mulligan, which they're allowed to do.
They're using their one. I think
they get one. All right.
All right. Well.
So it's a quick restart. Apparently, one of the guys had his ship reconfigured incorrectly.
And one did not have camo.
That's not my problem. Figure out your ship.
I brought my camo.
In theory, they get away with that. This is what happens when you ban our Cossack. That's really funny. They banned Cossack, and so now they're like, oh, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, it's understandable. You know, the Cossacks, we've seen the Cossack played a lot.
I've seen a lot more of it than I expected. Because, it's not a ship we've been seeing in clan battles, where I guess Akizuki is simply just superior.
Yeah.
But Cossack is definitely is a premium that I initially was not sold on, right? Like I initially was like, this ship's okay. As time has gone on, I've learned to appreciate the fact that it has that just trolley detection with a tremendous amount of firepower in those 8 guns. So that ship is a threat to any other destroyer it happens to stumble across.
Yeah, I mean now that the lineups have been seen.
Yeah, but we can't change lineups at this point.
You know, lineups stay the same. It's a restart.
Yep. Don't forget to ready back up when you... Oh, you've already done it. Yeah, you're good. Okay.
I'm very interested to see the HP trades because MIA...
If you're MIA, you have to trade very well. You have a huge HP disadvantage coming into this.
But they also have some ships that are very annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Very annoying to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Especially if you can figure out a way to pair them with a ship that could give, you know, the Kievs I would think would have they have a heal, right?
Kiev has a heal.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you got to give up the smoke.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So here's the biggest question when it comes to these Kievs. Because you're gonna wolf pack them, right? Like they're gonna.
You kind of have to, I think.
They're gonna go somewhere and they're gonna find somebody, and someone's gonna be really sad that they're getting shot at by a bunch of Kievs.
Yes.
Now, do you bring all of your Kievs equipped the same way?
To me. Ooh, that's actually a really good question.
So do you bring one? Do you bring?
If you're gonna, oh, come on, guys. They're playing this. Stop that. Okay. Jeez.
Do you bring this one key? Do you bring one of the Kievs with smoke, and the other ones you bring with heal?
It maybe is not a bad idea, because then you have to try and figure out. Then you're left. If you wolf pack them, then you're left with the challenge of the other team has to figure out which one has smoke.
Yes.
Which one do I want to try and focus off the board first, because he doesn't have a heal.
Yes.
You probably, if they're smart about it, you don't know.
Nope. But you look so. NGAGE has brought a Vanguard, which I feel is definitely a target for Kievs with that armor.
It basically has none.
They have one to Cal, which is of course good against Kievs. Chapayev, Kutuzov, man, like Kutuzov is so squishy, and Chapayev is pretty squishy. I mean, I think Kievs can. It's gonna be very interesting to see, because NGAGE is smart though. They have 3 DDs as well, so it's not like they're gonna be able to run roughshod. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. And if you put the Chapayev in the right place on this map, they can make it very uncomfortable.
If the Chapayev goes between A and B, it can cut off both A and B.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you can make this very uncomfortable. With this composition, MIA is basically. You would think that this would be a cap composition. It's not.
No.
This is them saying we're going to win by out trading you and burning you off the board.
Yeah. This is a kill composition.
Yeah. Which sounds bizarre to see 6 destroyers and think of it that way, but it absolutely is.
So I'm looking at this now. We have a Kiev, a Loyang, a Kiev going together.
Okay.
With an Alabama.
Okay.
And then the rest of the DDs, the Kiev, La Fantastique, the Harakazi, and the Amagi are going the other way.
Okay.
So two big gun type DDs are going both ways.
Yep.
And 2 DDs that can give them smoke, technically. But I mean, the Harakazi is definitely a gunboat as well. But I think it's going to play more of a utility role than just that.
NGAGE is lining up here. We're sending Lenin, Chapayev, Loyang, Le Terrible, and Kutuzov towards A. But the Terrible and the Kutuzov are basically positioned to go super wide. Whereas the Chapayev is headed for that island, like we discussed, and the Loyang looks like he's going to go work the bottom end of the A cap, backed up by the Lenin. As you go the other way, the Vanguard, the Atago, and the Kid are headed to C. Nobody's going near B. Nobody's going to touch that cap with a 10-foot pole. Do you guys have anybody looking at B?
No. 0.
Interesting.
Both flanks have gone to A and C. Now, what I find interesting about this is the disadvantage that I think MIA has. Yes, they have they have a lot of firepower, but they don't have any radar.
They don't.
So
they have no ability to detect these destroyers other than face spotting them.
And I think that might be their plan, right? Face spot them and just overwhelm them with damage.
It's about the only way they're going to win these trades if they're not careful.
But that's a very risky strategy.
It can be. It can be.
Alex is about to step on C, and it looks
well. He and Quicksilver now. Speaking of face spotting,
and there's that Atago.
Yep, there's the Atago with double Kiev and Loyang spotting the Kid. Oh, the Atago just thumps the Loyang, takes a quarter of his HP away in one shot.
And the Vanguard as well. Vanguard misses, but it looks like the Kiev's traded back decently well on Quicksilver. Probably not the same, but it looks like they got a little bit of damage.
Quicksilver lost about 20%, let's say. He's doing all right. He can heal some of that back for sure. Looks like they've switched their fire over to the Atago now. Yep. And until he goes dark, which it looks like he may have just done.
So Alex is now backed onto the cap. I'm not sure if Quicksilver.
He's about to be back in the cap.
Okay, so they're about ready to play.
That's
play
going
the game.
nowhere.
Brujo as well. If we go over to the A side, he is backing onto the cap.
Ooh.
And it looks like he very narrowly avoided a torpedo.
Le Terrible and Kiev fight over here on the one line, of course. But the trick is the Terrible is backed up by the Kutuzov. And the Kiev is getting hit pretty hard here early.
Yeah, I'm not sure face spotting with a Kiev is the correct plan. I mean, yes, your detection range is not great, neither is Terrible's.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree.
But I don't
Kiev
know.
taking his first heal. Amagi shells coming in on the Kutuzov as he angles out. Nope, those miss. throttle jockey those as somebody's onto A. Which you said one of the Kievs had reversed onto A?
No, that is actually Alex.
Oh, that's...
Alex in the Low Yang is still in his smoke.
Oh, it was the okay. You're in C. I'm talking about A. It was the Hirakazi that had reversed into
yes.
A.
Brujo is on A.
Well, it looks at this point Quicksilver's going to let them have C. He's going to B.
Okay.
So I don't think they're going to surrender the C flank entirely, but they're going to set up to try and kite those guys around while the kid bags B.
So Brujo has fired torpedoes. They're headed towards that smoke.
Well, the Yang's got his sonar up, so they should be spotted, I think.
And it looks like the Linen just got spotted for the first time. But Brujo is actually beaching.
Yep. Yeah, those torpedoes are well spotted.
Okay.
It's not a problem.
Okay. And Brujo
is beached. He's spotted now beached. They've got him on sonar.
And it looks like he has...
They lost him. The sonar had him just briefly. Nope, they've got him again now. Somebody's got him again. Chapayev radars picked him up. They're going to try and shell him while they've got him in that kind of a vulnerable spot while he tries to get underway.
Looks like he's just backing up.
Yeah, he's just reversing. He's not really taking a ton of damage. They're not really hitting him.
Yeah, the shells coming in have not been...
Nope, and now they've lost him.
So he's going to be safe. But it looks... Well, losing B for MI... Alex is still sitting at what his damage was. But it looks like MIA has decided to shift Yamamoto and Alex over to B and leaving Pelion at C. But I don't know. He's not going to be able to win the spotting game at all with a kid if the kid...
No, the kid's coming back.
Yeah.
Yamamoto is spotted. They know where he is. They haven't spotted anybody else on that side of the map in a while, but the kid's coming back to see. These caps are so close together that 3 destroyers can cover them very easily. And we see NGAGE working that right now as Quicksilver ducks between B and C, kind of shuttling back and forth, doing his thing.
See, again, what I find interesting is the Alabama is just back here in C7. Like, I get that they want to preserve some HP on that Alabama.
Yeah,
But the Alabama is so far back, and the Alabama at that range again.
Are you in an Alabama? Are you afraid of a Vanguard?
Yeah.
No.
You just
you move up, man. Be a threat to that Atago.
Yeah, and that's the issue as well is Pelion can't get close to that C cap because he just gets outspotted.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Well, here we see now the Kiev. That's Yamamoto into B as Quicksilver ducks in the bottom end of C, looking like we're gonna just flop caps here. As NGAGE is working on about 100-point lead-ish or so here with 6 minutes gone.
So it's interesting. The Low Yang is actually left Yamamoto. Yamamoto is the one capping B.
Yes.
And
where's the Low Yang?
He is actually headed back to C.
He's going to try and come contest the kid.
Yep. He's going to jump. Yep. But he's not going to get there in time before it
caps. we talked about this not being a contest composition, but it's kind of turning into that sort of game. Now, Chattahooligan is not trading well anymore on the one line. He's on 7K and falling.
Well, Modulatus is pretty low as well.
He is.
But I think he has a heal running. Yeah,
he does have a heal running. He's on fire while he heals.
But yeah, this is a very interesting combat over on this side.
Yep. Right now, Quicksilver, guess what he's done? Turn around, he's left C, he's going back to B. Not surprising. Looks like he's just going to shuttle between those 2 caps all game to try and keep them contested, or at least keep one of them in NGAGE's control.
Is the radar up from Chapayev? Or
no, it's not.
Okay, so Alex got spotted briefly and is getting shot at right now by the Takao.
Alex did? Yeah, but he's shooting... Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Low Yang is spotted because...
He's not spotted now. He may have been spotted briefly. The Itago, I'm sure, has Hydro, but he might just be guessing. They might have RPF, and he's just guessing as the location to try and reset him.
Let's see.
Brujo spotted near A, along with Yamamoto. I think that's... No, that's not Chapayev radar. They've just spotted him somehow. Well, there goes Quicksilver back on to B.
There they go again. Let's rotate around.
Yep. Oh, see, that Itago. Yeah, the Itago has figured out where Alex is. He just reset him. He's fishing. He's staggering his shells and just saturating that area to try and reset the C cap to deny it.
Alex has moved completely out of there. He is now just sitting in the middle of the
He's
cap.
just somewhere else. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
But that's what was happening.
That's good play by them.
Very good play. Very heads-up play by the Itago.
So, Alabama has still not committed.
Nope. In fact, he was set up to kite into an island? That's a really weird position.
Yeah.
I feel like that Alabama is completely wasted over there. He's just not useful. There's nothing... In that position, the Atago has cover from him, basically. Like, in my mind, he needs to be moving up to try and seek a position that he can push that Atago out.
Yeah, we have Brujo spotted.
He is. They got caught trying to come into this cap now. Quicksilver and Yamamoto trading fire here. Quicksilver smoked. The Hirakazi's spotted. They're continuing to put fire into Brujo. They can see him.
Is he? It looks like he might just be enough over that let. No, he's backing up now. Yamamoto has not fired torps yet.
Hirakazi's dark now. But it looked like the Hirakazi was going to try and cut back into B, and they stopped that cold. It wouldn't have gotten very far anyway with the Chapayev there. Because he has not used his...
radar.
He hasn't used his radar in a while. At least, not that I can tell.
Hey,
hard to say.
Alabama has turned around.
Hey, all right.
But now he's trying to go engage the Tikal that is sitting behind an island.
Well, I mean, the Tikal is not really a threat in that position, but he is a little bit of a loose threat towards the sea cap. He's the sort of thing the destroyers have to respect.
Yamamoto is now backing on.
Yep, they've spotted him. I'm not sure how they're spotting. Oh, the kid's picking him up. The kid's got him spotted.
Oh,
there goes Modulatus way over on the one line. First kill of the game going to engage here.
MIA started with the health pool disadvantage, and it's definitely showing.
Oh yeah, it's showing. They're farming Senpais of the Fontask at this point. 3 people focusing him down from all different angles. I don't think he's going to be able to stay around much longer now. He's beating up Critical's Lo Yang, who's literally on the map edge right now. But in the end, I don't see how Senpai gets out of this. Maybe he does. He's not on fire anymore. He can drop detection if he wants, but he's continuing to shoot at Critical.
Yeah, and these are critical shots that he's missing.
Wow, 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 wow. Well, you're definitely getting good practice on the dad jokes today.
I'm trying.
Yep.
Yeah, MIA's battleships, I feel like they need to get a little bit more.
They've pushed, I'm guessing that's Alex that's now back into B?
Nope, that's Yamamoto.
Is it really?
And Yamamoto's going to eat a torp.
That's really bad for him.
Wait.
Yo.
Nope.
Okay, the radar has now picked them both up. They know who's capping B. They can see Yamamoto and Brujo.
Yamamoto's going for the play.
Quicksilver was headed back to C, but he left. I'm not sure why, but he did.
Yamamoto
is coming. Yamamoto's trying to come around the corner.
It looks like he might be trying to charge.
He's going to charge the Chapayev. That's exactly what he's going to do. Chappie just put his Hydra up so they can keep tabs on him. This could be a big play here.
This is. And
they can't kill him in time. He could literally just torpedo. Yeah, this is probably going to happen. Lots more shell. Oh, big hit from the Lenin. He's going to take 1 torp, but he's so narrow.
Yeah, but
he only takes 1 from that angle.
But he's going to take 2 at least.
Yeah, that is going to kill him. They killed the Chapayev.
But they're going to lose Yamamoto.
They're going to lose Yamamoto. They're going to trade these ships. I'm not sure why. I don't think it's a good trade.
I think they were trying to get the radar out of the game.
That's fair, but it wasn't really hurting them. It didn't seem like it was to me.
Well, I mean, I think it was hurting him a little bit because Brujo has literally traded his HP pool for
a lot more.
Yeah,
they took a lot bigger chunk of HP off the pool than they lost.
Yes,
that's off the board than they lost. That's true.
Yeah, and Brujo, I'm looking at it. He's running the reload booster. I feel like that's a little bit.
All right, the Alabama pushing down the 10 line. The Atago now turning like he's going to get into C, going with the Vanguard there. Despite the fact that all of their destroyers have been cleared out of B, nobody on MIA is in B.
The Kiev is about ready to step on there. Pelion.
Okay, there he goes, finally.
But see, the problem is this Alabama has no shots.
No, he has nothing to shoot at. They completely zoned him out.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they sent him down the 10 line when they should have sent him towards the 7 line.
I don't know. They should have sent him into the cap. Go to the cap, fight the cap. That's what you're there for. The Atago is now into C cap.
Does he have Alex spotted yet with Hydro?
He does not.
Okay.
I don't know if his Hydro is even available. Let me check here. He may have used it already. Okay. Yes, no, his Hydro is up, but he's not. He spotted the torps, but he didn't spot the destroyer.
Yeah, he's so far pushed
Vanguard just took a big hit, but it's not enough to wipe him out, of course.
Yeah, that Alabama, And the Alabama's still cruising around. But,
Yep.
but time's the issue, right? You got 2 minutes, it looks like, until...
LeFantasque, Real Senpai, down to 400 HP. Might go here. Lo Yang's got him locked up on Hydro while he's covered by smoke. There he goes. That cuts the timer to 60 seconds now. Critical's Lo Yang hanging on 500 HP in that smoke. Spartius is Lennon on 8,000 HP, hoping not to burn to death.
The Alabama just fired a salvo into the island.
Ooh, Spartius on 700 HP and a fire. They're going to get him. That's going to extend the clock. That's points. That's points that MIA badly needs.
That's a strong kill. And the Alabama has now got to a position where he can threaten the Takao. Takao cannot... The Takao cannot
All he can do is
stay.
just turn stern on and run, maybe. They could get him with cross shots from the Amagi, possibly. Shell's coming in. Let's see how this lands. Decent hit. Not an amazing hit, but a decent one.
But the Vanguard here is like... The Vanguard's not going to scare an Alabama.
No.
Like, the Alabama understands that Vanguard shooting at his nose is not...
I don't think MIA can come back from this one. They have no ability to threaten A. Nothing that they can really threaten A with. Pelion is the only ship that can go over there, but they will eventually kill him. They're going to stick the Amagi into B to hold that, and they're too late to stick the Alabama into C, which they should have done a long time ago, in my opinion. Now this Atago is getting wrecked.
Yeah, but he is getting wrecked, but he's angled enough that unless Maverick gets some really good dispersion or some really good hits, is just not going to have a time to kill him.
Now they have shoved Pelion into into A. He's in a gunfight now with Meslikoko's Kutuzov here.
But they can't stall C.
But they can't stall C, so the game ticks out.
Yeah.
That Alabama position, I feel like they threw that entire ship away. Like it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, the Alabama sat angled away for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Maybe more.
Yep.
Firing long
long range. Yeah. So
I mean, if you're going to bring an Alabama